Well guys, we're back out here on Silver Ridge Peaks today for one of the most requested videos ever on my channel, and as you can see we have a beautiful legendary black bear spooking towards us right now, thanks to the mountain lions. That's right guys, here in today's video we're going to be doing a black bear great one guide here in Silver Ridge Peaks. We are going to be covering the 4-lake method today, and I'm going to do my best to explain it to you guys in depth. So before we do dive in today guys, I do want to ask of you one really fast thing. If you please can go down there, smash that like button and subscribe. That would be very much appreciated, as it is the #1 thing that can help support the YouTube channel, and YouTube tells me that over 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel. My goal by the end of 2025 is not only to reach 10,000 subscribers, but also to get that percentage above 50%. That's half participation, that's all I'm asking. If all of you guys please can go down there, smash that like and subscribe button, that would be very, very much appreciated. Thank you guys all very much, and without wasting any more of your time, join my Discord for more help, as there is thousands of people in there who'd be more than willing to help you guys out. The link for that is down in the description, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, so the very first step to spawning yourself that black bear great one here in Silver Ridge Peaks, using the easiest method possible, is going to be to go ahead and find all of your drink zones at the 4 lakes. Now, this is the one and only grind, or quite frankly, the one and only species that I'm aware of, that we will have the exact same zone placement at this home range of lakes. So you're going to want to go ahead and find all of your drink zones at this lake here. You can see my zone is there. Your zone will probably be in the same area. You might have another one across the lake. I believe I did too, but I blew it out. Gonna have to go back there and check it out later. At this lake, you're gonna have a black bear zone here and a black bear zone here. I'd recommend placing a tent up here with a tripod, so that way you have full visibility of the lake and clear shooting windows for both zones. And also place a tent in between these two zones here, so that way you don't have to run all the way down just to claim your harvest. It'll save you just that little bit amount of time, which trust me does add up over time. As for this lake, sometimes I'll have 2 zones on the left side here. Most of the time it's just this zone here which has a female in it. I believe I have a level 5 out here in this zone, and then 2 very consistent male zones right here. As for my tent placement, I have a tent right here, and then a tripod about 250 meters away, right at the lake's edge, so that way I can shoot all of these zones, and then obviously 2 pickup tents. Then last but definitely not least, use the outpost to your advantage here. Just go ahead and place a tripod right outside of the outpost, a solid 150 to 200 meters away, and then you're gonna have a bear zone on the opposite side of the lake. Make sure where you place your tripod, you'll be able to see that bear zone, and then also go ahead and place yourself a claim tent. Okay, so once you guys have gotten set up in the exact same way that I just showed you, the second step is going to be to go ahead and find all of your drink zones at all of your exterior lakes. For my herd management nerds, those 4 lakes are going to be your main shooters, and the goal is to get every other lake shot down. Now, there is a very, very specific thing that you need to do in the process of shooting down these lakes, so give me just a minute, I'm gonna explain that for you guys. But for my people who are new to finding zones, what I do when I'm looking for my zones is I'll be spotting absolutely everywhere. And this is a female, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it. I will explain why here in just a minute. And when you're spotting absolutely everywhere, it's gonna feel pretty overwhelming, considering that almost every single lake in Silver Ridge Peaks can have bears at it, besides, I believe, this lake here and these 2 lakes up here. But when you look at it logically, I would say on a rough estimate, over 75 to 80% of the bear population is solid females. When you're looking for your zones, you're gonna find probably 5 or 6 times more females than males, and this makes the shooting down process and just remembering which lakes need to be shot down and which lakes have shooter males at them, if you don't know what a shooter male is, give me just a minute, a heck of a lot easier. I believe I only have 4 or 5 lakes left to shoot down, and all of the rest of them are tiny little males, and every other lake is solid females. If not, then maybe an occasional tiny little male. But I'm gonna go ahead and explain step 3, as probably quite a bit of you guys are curious as to why I just shot a female, because of the fact that almost every other great one grind, if not every other great one grind, you cannot shoot females in, or at least it's not recommended, because of the fact that females respawn as females and males respawn as males. And as far as recording this video, we do not have any female great ones in the game yet. So the reason that I just shot this female here in the black bear great one grind in Silver Ridge Peaks is because of the fact that the goal with your 4 main shooter lakes is to not have any females whatsoever. The goal is to have males that are level 5 and bigger in your 4 main shooter lakes, and whenever you find a female, leave it until you get the chance to do exactly what I'm about to tell you. When you're ready to start removing females from your lakes, it's not as simple as just shooting them. I wish it was, that would make it a heck of a lot easier, but like I just mentioned, females respawn as females and males respawn as males. So when you shoot a female, it's just simply going to respawn as a female at one of those 4 lakes. So what we're going to do about this is when you're ready to start removing the females, go ahead, pick a zone with a female in it, shoot that female, pick up the female, claim the female, and then the very next thing that you're going to want to do, or you should probably actually do this before you shoot the female, is know where a male that's bigger than a level 5 is, so a level 6, 7, 8, or obviously a 9, in an exterior zone, so that way when you shoot that female, the very next thing that you're going to want to do is go ahead and go shoot that male that's a level 5 or bigger. Now what's going to happen after this is as soon as you leave the game and come back in for your next rotation, or whenever your animals respawn, sometimes it happens within 2 minutes, sometimes it takes up to 15 minutes IRL time. There's going to be a 50-50 chance that that male that you just shot in the exterior zone and that female that you just shot out of your main zone can flip-flop, and that male would respawn into your main lake, filling that zone that the female was in, obviously with a male, and then that female would go to the zone that you shot that male from, filling the extra male zone in your exterior zone with that female. Now, after this process is complete and it does work, it might take you a few tries. I've been trying for like a week with these 2 zones, but then again, I'm only 35 kills into my grind, so I can't really say that I've been grinding too consistently. But my point is, it might take you a little bit of trying, and once this process is complete, that male will only respawn as a male, and that zone will forever be a male respawn. You only have to do this with your 4 lakes. I'm trying to get every single lake in the upper left-hand corner shot down to males only, because of the fact that every once in a while you can get a jumper male from one zone to one of your exterior lakes. It happens in any grind. If you see any male that's a level 5 or above at one of your exterior lakes, definitely shoot it. I recommend checking your exteriors every other rotation, or every 2 rotations in any Great One grind, no matter what grind you're doing. If you're using herd management, that is. Which obviously I would assume that you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. So once you've gotten all of your females removed from your 4 lakes, what you're going to want to go ahead and do next is start to shoot those males that you got in your 4 lakes until 9 legendaries and or guaranteed diamonds spawn into your mains. You're going to want to stack those diamonds or leave them, and then begin the process of shooting down every single other zone, if you haven't already, that has males in it that are bigger than a level 5. If you found a male in an exterior zone that is below level 5, or has a maximum estimate of below 23 or 26, I think it is, join my Discord for that exact information. You're going to want to go ahead and leave that alone, because that would classify as a shot down animal. Like I said, I've found a lot of initial shot down animals, or just to keep it simpler, animals that aren't big enough to shoot, and that's always nice because you don't have to fight with the respawn to try to get it to be a smaller male. But if you do find yourself in that situation, which trust me, you will, what I would recommend doing is stacking 9s into your main zones, as I just mentioned, in order to force spawn smaller animals into your exteriors. And the reason that this happens is because of the fact that when the game senses that there is max level animals on the map, it's gonna try to balance itself out by spawning smaller animals into other zones. Now, as always with herd management, this is the goal, and stacking 9s will help you with that. Now, when I'm doing the bear grind, I always carry with me the Arzina 300 Magnum as my main shooter rifle, and then the Valgreta 375 as a slightly more powerful extra rifle that I'll sometimes choose to use. If not, I'll use it if I used all 5 shots out of the Arzina. I also carry with me the Distressed Fawn Collar, which is obviously the bear's collar, as you can see, the Apex View binoculars, and tents and tripods. I carry all of my ammo on me, just the Odin scope because it's the best scope in the game, and quite frankly the only scope that you'd ever need, my doggy biscuits to keep the dog happy, and that is my entire loadout. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw a hotspot map up on screen for you guys, showing you absolutely everywhere that you guys can find bears here in Silver Ridge Peaks. Huge shout out to my friend ProXCK for creating this map. All of the maps can be found in his Discord server and in my Discord server, which are linked down in the description for you guys. So once you guys have got all of your zones shot down, once you got those big males into your mains, at this point I would recommend starting your grind and seeing how your respawns are. If you've made it to 100 or 200 kills and you haven't had any issues with your respawns, you're getting somewhat consistent diamonds, and obviously no females, I would still recommend checking your exteriors, like I said, every other rotation. You can get a little bit more lenient with this as the process goes on, and if you're confident with your respawns, meaning that you're getting big respawns like 7s, 8s, and obviously 9s, 6s and 5s are gonna happen. Occasionally you're gonna get small bears too, it's just how random number generation works. Speaking of bears, we have a female at this zone. It is an exterior zone, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave her. It's a lot less common to get small small respawns when you have diamonds on your map, but if you just shot your diamonds and you're getting a bunch of small respawns, don't even worry about it, that is completely normal. See, this is what I like to see in my exteriors. 2 tiny little level 4s and a bunch of females. I love to see it. If you guys did find today's video helpful in any way, shape, or form, definitely let me know down below by smashing that like button and subscribing, as it is much appreciated, and it is the #1 thing that can help support the YouTube channel. And as I mentioned, my goal by the end of 2025 is 10,000 subscribers, and to get that number above 50%. YouTube tells me that over 80% of you guys are not subscribed, and 80% is a huge margin, and I would really appreciate it if you guys can go down there and click that subscribe button. It's 100% free. And without further ado, my friends, my name is Squid, you're watching Squidster Outdoors, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.